Welcome to your next lesson in AI robotics. In this lesson, we're going to learn about sustainability and how we can use AI and robotics to help keep our planet sustainable, matching with our goals of the New Horizon voyage and our journey to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. We're going to refresh your memory over what it means to be sustainable. We're going to remind ourselves of the 3 pillars of sustainability, and then you're going to complete an ocean sustainability public service announcement using Scratch programming. First, let's watch a quick video to remind us what sustainability is.
The concept of sustainability first appeared in the Brundtland Report, published in 1987. This document, which was also referred to as Our Common Future, was elaborated for the United Nations in order to warn about the negative environmental consequences of economic development and globalization. It was written with the aim of offering solutions to the problems arising from industrialization and population growth. Today, sustainability tries to secure present needs without compromising future generations. How? Without giving up any of the 3 essential pillars: environmental protection, social development, and economic growth. Sustainability is concerned with assuming that nature and the environment are not an inexhaustible resource, and so it is necessary to protect them and use them rationally. Sustainability promotes social development, seeking cohesion between communities and cultures to achieve satisfactory levels in quality of life, health, and education. Thirdly, sustainability focuses on equal economic growth that generates wealth for all without harming the environment. Nowadays, many of the challenges that humans face, such as climate change or water scarcity, can only be tackled from a global perspective and by promoting sustainable development. Now that you know what sustainability is, remember to act in the present, thinking about the future.
We've already seen in previous lessons how humans can use AI and robotics to help us with many different tasks. Let's look at some examples of how we can use AI and robotics to help us specifically in the realm of sustainability. For environmental sustainability, we have Romu, who's an autonomous robot developed at the Wyss Institute of Harvard University that works with other robots to help stabilize fragile ecosystems on land that could be vulnerable to soil erosion.
Hello, my name is Nicolás Olmedo and I'm a PhD student at the University of Alberta. I believe that advances in field robotics and remote sensing are the key to redefine how we collect data, study, and understand the changes in the environments affected by industrial operations. We need innovative technologies to obtain reliable and timely information that can drive our processes and help us strive for sustainable development. Robotic systems are an excellent choice to help us with tasks that are too risky for human workers to do. An example of the type of work we're doing is developing autonomous ground vehicles that can be deployed to study the oil sands tailings deposits. This environment is mostly inaccessible to human workers, and therefore, the information we can obtain is very limited. Our robots can provide researchers and operators with key soil parameters in real time and can collect samples of material for further studies. We have tested our robots in industrial settings and are working with industrial partners to deploy our instruments with amphibious robotic systems so that no terrain is too challenging for us to monitor.
In social sustainability, Magic Lab has a social robot named Peppa that allows humans to not only get helped with physical tasks, but also to have conversations and enjoy life with them to make social settings better.
I'm a humanoid robot, and, unlike other robots, I'm fully dedicated to human interactions.
The next time you want help finding something in a store, ask Peppa. She's a 4-foot humanoid robot designed to talk to customers, inform them, and entertain them. In the eyes is a 3D camera that detects the human form up to 10 feet away. Then, the robot uses cameras in the forehead and mouth for facial detection. Peppa can see if you're happy, neutral, or sad, and then react accordingly.
See, there's a smile.
So if you're frowning, she knows to change the conversation and adapt her mood to yours. In the base are 6 lasers, 2 sonars, and infrared sensors for navigation. There are 17 body articulations to make her look lifelike, and she can even bust out some air guitar moves. The future is for Pepper to be a fully fledged companion robot for the home who can greet you, give you information, and recognize how you feel.
And in economic sustainability, we have examples of Amazon using robots to help create those rapid delivery services and same-day shipping that is all across the country.
Have you ever wondered how humans and robots work together at Amazon? From the moment a product enters our fulfillment center until it heads out to a customer, Amazon technology helps our associates in so many incredible ways.
Amazon introduced our drive unit robots in 2012, which led to 300,000 new full-time jobs.
These are the Stow Stations. They use artificial intelligence and computer vision.
Yeah, pretty cool.
This is the Palletizer. It uses computer vision to stack totes of products.
There's so much cool technology that goes into this.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, like 2D imaging, a laser sensor, high motion performance, and 165 kilogram load capacity.
Wow, amazing.
Our tech vests help communicate with the robots to keep us safe while working on the field.
I think your tech vest could use a little more tech.
Thanks, but I think my vest already has everything it needs.
Incredible!
I know, right?
With Amazon's human and robotic powers combined, we are building the future of technology together.
Next, let's see one way that AI can be used to help with humanity's challenge of keeping our planet sustainable. Watch how it models a very complex ecosystem and tests out many possibilities to help improve without harming our planet.
One of the biggest issues confronting the world today is the impact that we human beings are having on the planet. Human beings are flying the planet, but they're flying blind. And flying blind is very dangerous.
There's a poem by Philip Larkin where he mourns the current state of the world. And then he says, but at least somewhere there'll be a clean ocean untouched by humanity that will always exist. We are poisoning the last wild environment that we had. We receive a lot of our food from the ocean. It's the basis of the environmental system. We need a solution to creating or recreating the clean oceans that we had. Now, there's some really interesting experiments that you might run. You could put algae back in the ocean. There are a bunch of things that we could do. No one wants to run these large geoengineering experiments on a real global scale. What you want is to run them in simulations. And AIs might do that in a way that you could at least begin to experiment with and gain large public support for.
The main problem that we have right now is that we don't understand how these systems work, right? Ecosystems are very complex. Everything interacts with everything. And we don't know what the impact is of what we do, but with more sensors and better machine learning to build models based on those sensors, we can actually understand how a whole ecosystem works.
So with climate, we have the problem that some people are modeling how the ocean currents work. We have other people who are modeling the reflectivity of the ice caps, but we currently don't have a great way to merge all of these independent models together and be able to actually understand it as a global system.
So we have more sensors, we have more data, but now we need to use that to have models of how ecosystems function, how different species, down even to individual organisms interact, how the things that we're putting into the atmosphere change the climate, etc., etc. And then we can actually do the following thing, which is we can simulate an ecosystem on a computer, and then we can see what are the impacts of doing different things. And then we can do those things that actually, for example, give us the most gain for what we want while minimally impacting the ecosystem. And we also, for example, use it to understand which species really are important and which species are less important, right? Because at the end of the day, you often have to make hard trade-offs. And sometimes species that look very insignificant turn out to be very important because the whole ecosystem revolves around them. And sometimes species that are very, that we're very fond of because maybe they're cuddly animals that turn out to be less important. So what AI can give us is the ability to actually see a little bit further down the road so that we can actually make better decisions.
Now we're going to get started with our activity. You are going to be programming a public service announcement in Scratch. There is a separate video in OneNote that you can play for your directions on how to complete this.